Here's a glance of our last 6 picks, including a bit of NBA and UFC. Now, I'm ready for some NBA playoffs. Let's take a look at a few plays. Let's jump into our first pick. From the Miami Heat, we are taking Bam Adebayo, under 19.5 on the points prop, currently minus 125 over on DraftKings. I play this no lower than 19. What we can expect from this game according to the sportsbooks is a fairly competitive game, with a combined implied total of 226.5, which would make this a slightly lower than average scoring game. Bam will be matched up against the 20th ranked defense and allowing points to the center position. The Hawks have been giving up an average of 13.2 over the last 5 games, roughly 6 points lower than the prop total. This game is obviously important to both teams, and Bam has put up decent point totals against Atlanta this year. One of those games was without Jimmy Butler in the lineup, but we actually have a little more history on these two teams, as they faced off in the first round of the playoffs last year. Granted, both teams were in different spots, as the Heat had the number 1 seed. But what we can take away from those games is how Bam's scoring took a backseat to Butler and the rest of the team getting more involved in the offense. Bam was only able to go over the prop total of 19.5 once in 5 games, and that being a game where Butler sat out. His scoring has also been on a downward trend since December. That's why I'll be on the under on this one. For our second pick, I'm taking the point guard from the Los Angeles Lakers, DAngelo Russell, where I'm taking the under on 18.5 on the points prop, currently listed at minus 125 on DraftKings. I wouldn't play this any different than the given prop total. What we can expect from this game according to the sportsbooks is a game with a decent chance of a blowout, with a combined implied total of 231.5, which would make this an average scoring game. He will be facing the 27th ranked defense in the Timberwolves and allowing points to the point guard position. They have been giving up an average of 15.2 over the last 5 games, roughly 3 lower than the prop total. Russell is currently listed as a game-time decision, but that has been relatively commonplace for the Lakers this season. So, that wouldn't be factored into my decision for this play. Instead, it's primarily based on his play as of late. Russell did play for Minnesota for most of the season, but don't view this as a revenge game either, as he played them recently and had a good game but only notched 12 points. His scoring has taken a slight dip since joining the Lakers. Even though his shooting averages are higher, he is just shooting less. He has also only went over this prop twice in his last 10 games. That's why I'll be on the under on this one. Tonight the Atlanta Hawks and Miami Heat will face off, with the winner getting to play Boston in a first-round matchup. They met 4 times in the regular season, with Miami taking the series 3-1. In those games, Miami kept the guard play for Atlanta in check. The Heat also finished the regular season strong, while we saw Atlanta lose to a 76ers team resting their starters. Miami dealt with several injuries this season, but will be at full strength for this one. I like them to come up with their 3rd win in Miami over the Hawks this season, and will be taking the spread at -4.5. Thank you for watching. Share your picks with us in the comments below, and please give a like if tailing any of ours.